Good morning, everyone. So I've had this message building for a few days now, and I think it's still kind of building, but I'm going to just share what I have and enjoy it or not, whatever. So a couple layers of this message. The first part of it is when I talked about life being transformed, I really do get this big transformation that's here, that's coming, that's unfolding, I guess is the better word for it. And the message that I got was kind of a message of comfort. Like the transformation is going to involve the people and things and places you know and love, right? It's going to be familiar to you. And it's going to be comfortable, but it's going to look totally different than what it is now. But it's going to be the same things that are familiar to you, that you love. It's just going to be vastly different. And the image I got with it is like very spring, of course, but like when the bear goes into his den for hibernation, the springtime comes, like it's winter, it's dead, it's everything is like dormant, I guess. It's not dead, it's dormant. And the way that they hunt is a certain way in the winter. Resources are scarce, resources work a certain way. You have to conserve energy in a certain way. That's coming to me. And like when the springtime comes, it's all the same stuff, but it is totally different. It works totally differently, right? You've got resources. I'm getting this strong message, and I don't know what this is relating to, if it's in the world or personally or what, but like the way resources work is going to totally shift. And like power dynamics are going to totally change. Meaning our relation to power dynamics is going to be different. Not like, oh, I'm going to be in power now. No. It's going to be like, that's kind of moot about who's in power. It's like there's more collaborative energy versus power dynamic energy, which is really great because when you can eliminate the power dynamics and everybody can just work together, it's lovely. And everybody's gifts are valued and utilized and all the things, right? So however that resonates for you. The other thing that kind of correlates with this is this transformational energy. So I've had, and I just want you to like play around with this if you want. I've had an experience with this in the last week where I have become aware of places in my life where I just continue to pick up old story it's a habit. And I'm relating it to the subject of forgiveness and healing. So, there's a lot of people in the spiritual world and really everywhere that talk about present moment, the power of the present moment. And the gift of the present moment is that we can choose our reality moving forward. And that includes if we'd like to choose old story. So I kind of had this epiphany about forgiveness in that, and healing, in that it's not a verb, it's a noun, it's a place. Like forgiveness is the present moment, meaning you can just decide to quit picking up old story. Like if you feel yourself feeling sad about a certain thing, acknowledge and welcome that in the 3D as we always do. Like I acknowledge how I'm feeling. Thank you for showing me old story. And you can really just put it down and pick up a new story. That's forgiveness, is putting down the old story. And healing doesn't have to be a really big effort. It can literally just be, regardless of how you feel, I think the feeling comes after. regardless of how you feel, the healing is deciding that you are going to forgive old story, meaning you just quit picking it up. Like you're walking along the path of life and you see this weight and you're like, oh, let me pick that up. Keep walking. It's a habit. You can just leave that story there and pick up something different. That's forgiveness. Forgiveness is just no longer picking up the old story. And the moment of healing is where you move forward without the old story picked up. Regardless of how you feel, regardless of what the 3D is showing you, you just are deciding like, hey, I'm going to let that old story, I'm not going to pick that up today. Or even in this moment. Like sometimes it's moment to moment. I'm not going to pick that up. And then when you find your mind spinning again, say, you know what? Thank you for what you're showing me. Thank you, old story, that you're showing me that I'm picking that up again. And just consciously, like sometimes I picture it like dropping like you have a pen in your hand, you just drop it. And then you pick up whatever the new story you want it to be and try it out. Even if it doesn't manifest anything, you'll feel better. But I think you'll find that it'll manifest for you. And this word manifesting has become such an effort. But I believe that I've been through my own healing journey and I'm going through that as well with other things, right? So not to minimize any of that. All the journeys and all the programs and all the things, if they help you let go of your old story, they're useful, right? But also I think sometimes in the healing programs, you can almost get to the point where you're recreating the trauma through the healing program. Now, if it's serving you and allowing you to let go of things, please do that. But also, I think you can make it a lot simpler, or if you've let go of enough emotions around it, you can simply be like, that whole thing is old story and I'm just going to let it go. And I'm going to pick up a new story. And that's healing because it's all now, right? So if you're going through a healing program, this is a little mind-bending, but for those of you who are who enjoy some of this kind of quantum physics stuff, it's like all now. So if it's all now and you're going through a healing program, are you recreating the trauma in the present moment going through your program? I don't know. Maybe it's a lot more simple. Have you ever thought to yourself, like, why is this so hard? Like, this sucks. This healing thing sucks. Maybe it doesn't have to be so hard. Maybe it's just like, hey, I'm going to choose to let that old story go regardless of how I feel, and the feeling comes later as things begin to kind of unfold before you. As your outer environment begins to reflect back to you the reality that you've let go of old program. So I think we have it flipped a little bit where we're like, oh, we want to see the results in the 3D and then we'll feel better. I think you just let go of old story, pick up a new story and feel great about that. Then the results from the 3D happen. And then you can really just be rooted in it and just know that you've made that decision. So it's very Neville Goddard, very like present moment type of stuff with Eckhart Tolle. But just try that. I mean, like you can just decide the healing moment is now. The healing doesn't have to be a journey. It can be whatever you enjoy. But like it can also just be like, hey, I'm letting go of old story moment to moment. Like if you feel yourself getting that sadness coming up, regardless of if it's connected to anything or not, sometimes it's not connected to anything. And we pick up this anxiety and we're like, here it is, anxiety. And then the outer environment reflects back to us something that is anxiety inducing. So maybe try it and see the outer environment just reflect back to you what you're feeling. That's old story. Thank you, old story. I acknowledge what I'm feeling. Breathe into and out of that area that you're feeling that. And then just say, what's the new story? So, and I think in that way that the outer environment will transform and that spring will come and all the things that are familiar to you will begin to reflect back to you in a new way to bring it home there. So there you go. Hope you enjoy. My website is seawithash.com. My YouTube, for those watching on TikTok, is at Ashley Douglas. Anyway, love y'all. Hope you have a great day.